Alright, Rusty here. It's another day. I've went out to the old AutoZone and I bought some spark plugs that cost me $47. I bought a spark plug wires for $36.99 and I bought a rotor for $10.99, and I got this cap here, which there's nothing wrong with this bad boy. So we'll probably use this one in place of the one on the truck. But I'm going to get started putting these items on the vehicle. I guess I could pull them out of my bag. I rode the old motorcycle, you know, to get everything. Let's see what we got here. Make you a little collection of stuff to be installed, which none of this should be too difficult. It's all pretty straightforward. This is a rotor. Here's the plugs, or the wires, and here's the plugs, and that's it. We're going to get that stuff installed, and I'm even out here working before it gets hot. So if you want to see the part numbers on anything, you know, that's what they said it's supposed to have. 4085. They said it was for stainless steel manifolds, but they didn't have the ones for cast iron manifolds in stock. That's a DR971. I figured this would be just fine. I don't know what the difference is, but there you go. We're just gonna plug them in, and they're gonna be better than what it's got. That's for sure. And then we got this distributor cap. So, anyways, gonna get to it. Alright guys, you want to take your bets, see if this baby's going to start? The spark plugs weren't too bad. As you could imagine, there was a number of them that were wet. You know. And then a couple that were running correctly. So, anyways. I don't think the spark plugs were the problem. I think the problem was the spark plug wires. I'm going to save these spark plugs for potentially another adventure. And also, that rotor seemed to look pretty good to me, so I didn't change it. I think our whole problem was probably the plugs and maybe the coil a little bit, but it seemed to be shooting pretty decent spark. I got the battery charger on here, but of course it said you're good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and crank it. Stand by for the squealing of the belts. I'll try to fix that in editing if I remember. I'm gonna try to start it, see how it's gonna behave, and then we'll go from there. Alright, that baby's still running, kind of like ass. So next what I'm going to do is put that Holly carburetor on there, and we'll see if that solves my issues. I think that carburetor, you know, it's she's trying, but you know, it's probably dirty as hell in there. Well, I'm about to lift that quadrajet off, see how bad the gasket and stuff looks. Let's see if I can get everything out of the way. Yeah, I think I got it disconnected pretty good. Yeah. Gonna reuse that one. I don't know if there was any major exhaust leaks or what the situation is. I'm not gonna bother with this gasket. I'm just gonna throw that bad boy on there like so and let her eat. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna seal if I go tight. Well, maybe I'll throw that gasket on there because that's going to help this seal up properly. So I'm gonna cut that gasket out, and I'm gonna put that in and get the carburetor on. I'll bring it back. I think I got all the vacuum ports plugged, so I'm gonna go ahead and crank the key to the run position, see if it starts filling up with gas like it should. Oh, never hooked my gas line up. That could be a problem. We got some old hose laying on the ground here. We'll just use that for right now. It's not going to be long enough, is it? That's okay. We can just disconnect this and then plug it into there. That will work. Dang. Rookie mistakes. I'm in a hurry, guys. I don't want to be out here all day. This heater hose could probably be bypassed or plugged off, but I don't know. It might cause problems. Okay, let's tighten this down and see what happens. See if that works. Am I leaking any gas? Doesn't appear that I am. Carburetor filled up. Pressure came up. Might be overflowing in the rear. We got squirter action. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give it a crank, see what happens. Might have to adjust everything, but we'll see what happens. Not too bad. Leaking a little bit of gas right here. That's weird. Alright, what I'm going to do next is go ahead and adjust these belts and get the throttle cable hooked up, and then we'll be able to take this thing for another test drive and see how much better it is. I got those belts tightened up, and I can hear the PCV valve fluttering. Go around the back side and see if there's any smoke. And this is old gas too, mind you, so I'm not expecting miracles. I just don't want to have too much smoke, but I think we're going to be doing pretty good. That's it. These are side pipes. I won't know how I did until we get back, but shoot, she's awake now. I think I'm getting all 230 horsepower. Yeah, I know, it's rated pretty low. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get the throttle hooked up, and then I'll bring you back for a test drive. Alright, I just got the throttle hooked up, and I got the air cleaner on it. I'm going to start it up, and I'll show you what I got going on. I don't know if that timing's correct yet, but it's pretty good. Starts right up. That PCV is still making noise. I'll have to figure that out. That's so much better, though. So I'm just going to go around the block, see if it hits the gears. I'm hoping the transmission's good. If it is, then I think I'm worth it. Oh yeah. Brakes are too good on the rear. Yeah, when I let off the brake, it'll peel out, no problem. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We're gonna have to get some new tires for this truck. I might try to take it to the gas station, but I'm gonna put some more gas in it first. I don't want to get stranded out there on the road. Actually, let me check the fuel pressure right now since it's been running. The engine's up to temperature, about 200 degrees or so. Yeah, it's not the best. Yeah, gonna have to get that mechanical fuel pump ordered. That electric fuel pump's hanging in there just for like normal driving. It'd probably be fine. But if I want to pull anything on a trailer or what have you, it ain't gonna do it. Anyways, like I said, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. But let me get you that cost real quick. We're looking at $47,1597. That's what I have in it right now. $4,715.97. You just watch me drive it around the block. She's got a few issues, but $4,700, 454 turbo 400, peeling out in reverse. I don't know which ones are the marks anymore. We'd have to record it to see. I'm gonna drive it here and there a bit and get it working a little better. But I think for now, that's pretty good. I probably will drive it to the gas station and back, just a casual cruise, and fill up that one tank with gas and see if that helps. And I might have to change the filter by now already too. It might be totally clogged. Let's see if that pressure rebounded. Not really. Barely hanging in there. So it's probably getting clogged up already. Anyways, see you on the next one.